We now join General Hospital.
Asking Dr. Weber about this. After all, he is chief of staff. I'm just a lowly nurse.
Oh, come on. We both know that you think more highly of yourself than that. But you may be right. Arrange a meeting with Dr. Weber for me today.
He has an assistant for that.
Am I correct in assuming that you schedule staff for surgery?
Yes. Finally, yes. That would be me.
Well, then I want your assurance that Elizabeth will have the best team this hospital can offer.
Months from now, when Elizabeth finally has that baby, she will do it with excellent care. Just like every other patient in this hospital.
I couldn't care less about that little strumpet. It's just a nasty twist of fate that she happens to be carrying my... Oh, never mind. You've been most unhelpful. I'll let Dr. Weber know about that. Elizabeth, you will be taking a leave of absence effective as soon as you can make it happen.
Excuse me?
No, you're much too vulnerable in this environment. Well, the communal germs alone would turn one's stomach. Now, once you deliver a healthy child, then you can do whatever
leave me alone.
That was pretty clear. You back off, Helena.
Boy, I'm having a private conversation with the mother of my great-grandchild.
It wasn't a conversation. Helena has ordered me to leave my job.
But it was for your own protection,
I don't need your protection. And I'm telling you, if you disrupt my life in any way, I'm going to have you arrested for stalking.
And I'll gladly serve the warrant.
Just stay away from me.
Poor, silly you. I was still letting her pull you around by your heartstrings.
Don't make the mistake of thinking I'm like my dad. Sparring with you isn't a thrill for me. I don't find you charming or amusing. I think you're sick and you're dangerous. And you should be put out of your misery, something I'd be happy to do if you push me. You harm one person who matters to me, and I will show you one of two things: the inside of a prison cell or a coffin.
Nothing gets my blood pumping more than a fresh breakout of the Spencer-Cassadine War. Soon a vernacular that you will understand. Bring it on.
Things are gonna change around here, buddy. We're gonna do a lot more father-son things together. You know what the best part is?
What?
We're gonna raise your new baby brother or sister together with Elizabeth. What do you think about that?
We'll be like a family?
Well, we'll do our best.
Well, how touching. I'm sorry to interrupt with such distressing news.
Well, here's an idea. Don't. I'm sure there's a little hope for that, isn't it? Why don't you go tell Alfred to warm up that pizza we had last night, and I'll come join you in a minute, okay?
Well, there may be hope for Spencer yet. No, in spite of his unfortunate mother, with some careful tutelage, he could become a proper Cassadine.
You said there was news?
Lucky is reverting to type.
What? What does that mean?
Well, I was at the hospital earlier. I barely greeted Elizabeth when in swooped Lucky in full-blown protection mode. No, I'm afraid if you don't intercede, Lucky might make it impossible for you to have a say in your son or daughter's life.
While you were out...
Shirley Smith was admitted?
Yeah, a neighbor found her passed out on the steps in front of her apartment building. Spiked a fever. Probably a secondary infection brought on by the chemo.
Is she in her room or still down for tests?
Her room. Before you run off. Look, this is a sad situation. But it's not an unexpected one. We knew that Shirley's body was going to start to shut down. Her breast cancer is stage 4.
I'm taking my break. You know where I'll be.
Elizabeth, don't go.
Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. I just heard you were admitted and I wanted to come check on you. How are you feeling?
Oh, how good. Please, sit down.
I heard you passed out.
Thanks to the little one.
The little one? Who's the little one?
My neighbor's cat. She is such a scamp. She thinks it's great fun to jump out and leap out and startle people. Yeah, I just opened the door to grab the paper and boom, there she was, out of nowhere. Oh, gave me such a fright I keeled right over. It's no big deal. But you medical people are so paranoid about secondary infections. They brought me in.
Your chart said you had a fever of 102.
It's just a hot flash, honey. I don't have cancer. I'm in menopause again. Seriously, I don't mind it here. I concentrate on my jewelry. It's peaceful, and best of all, I can stay connected to you. Do you have time for a chat?
I'm on my break.
Terrific. Tell me, how's your love life?
Is pregnant with my child. She only recently got out of Shady Brook and doesn't need the stress, which is everything you personify. Leave her alone.
I had barely gotten out 3 words when Lucky ran in to save the little darling. It's as if he's lurking on the outer edges of her life, waiting for a chance to shine as her hero. It's pathological, Nikolas. I mean, ignore it at your own peril.
What are you trying to say?
I am telling you to be protective of your interests when it comes to this child, or Elizabeth and Lucky will get back together. Now, is that what you want, Nikolas? You want your child raised by a stepfather who resents you and everything you stand for?
Dr. Lee.
Shirley, your blood work indicates a liver infection. ALTs are way up.
I don't want to hear any more medicalese. I'm much more interested in you. Humor is sick, old lady.
Oh, funny. You're only sick or old when you want something. But I don't want to tire you.
Then stop making me work for information.
Okay. You're going to think I'm exaggerating when I say this, but I promise you I'm not. My baby's great-grandmother is the worst woman on this planet.
How bad can she be?
Well, how bad can you imagine? I'm not kidding. Kidnapping, blackmail, murder, you name it, Helena has done it. She is evil, and she hates me almost as much as I hate her. She's only concerned with the Cassadine bloodline because they're Russian royalty. And do you know that Nikolas is a genuine prince?
No kidding. Don't meet many of those.
Helena is obsessed with keeping their legacy. That's why she's all over me, because I'm carrying her great-grandbaby. In fact, she was here today telling me that I need to take a leave of absence. But before she could really lay into me, Lucky showed up out of nowhere and ran her off.
That sounds like the good part.
It was wonderful. I can't help it, but I love the fact that Lucky's first instinct is to still protect me.